I didn't really know what to expect with this Twisters movie. I thought it would just kind of come and go, but it's actually making an impact in the theaters. And, I think that's great. People seem to enjoy it. I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes, 92% audience score. And if you click on it, it actually has a distinction between the two. So all audiences, it drops down to 88. That's still really good. 88 for all audience is nothing to kind of turn your nose to. That's still very respectable. The critics, still at 76 for top critics. You put it on all critics, it's actually the same. It goes up to 77. So there actually seems to be an agreement between critics and audiences, which rarely happens, that this is an enjoyable movie. It's a popcorn movie, a summer movie. That's what it is. It's going to be goofy. I wouldn't take anything you hear in this movie as actual science or anything on what tornadoes do, actually. Because in the first movie, they survive by, the two main characters get caught in a field. I haven't seen it in a long time. A farm, and there's a pipe that they come across, and they actually take their belts and tie their belts from their waist to the pipe. And that saves their lives. I would never recommend you doing that to try to survive a tornado. Probably not going to work. I would say that belt is probably going to snap and you're going to go in circles inside of a tornado and probably not live. But, you could make this kind of criticism for a lot of movies. Independence Day, great movie. I love Independence Day. But Independence Day is a summer popcorn movie. Right? It also has a stupid ending because I really don't think a Windows 97 virus is going to take out a galactic traveling alien civilization. But who cares? Sometimes you just want to enjoy a movie, and I think both of those movies are enjoyable. So Twisters, turns out, is actually a fun movie. People seem to be enjoying it. And I think one of the reasons for that is because it is a summer fun popcorn movie that does not try to take itself too seriously. That's what it sounds like. I haven't seen it yet, and I want to see it. And I've wanted to see it since the director came out and said this. Director on not mentioning climate change, movies shouldn't preach a message. And, sometimes there are preachy movies, and some of them can be really good. But in the context of his movie, which is just meant to entertain, this movie is not out there to try to, change the world. It looks like they just wanted to tell a fun story and entertain people, and I appreciate that. And it looks like they're getting rewarded for it. Glenn Powell's Twisters exploding with $72 million opening. No climate change BS. I appreciate that. In today's world where I've had to move all of my entertainment to Japan because of this. Because Hollywood loves preachy shit. They love talking out of their own ass because none of them actually do anything that they preach, like Leonardo DiCaprio, who's very vocal about climate, but runs around in a private jet all day. They're all hypocrites. That's why I don't understand the celebrity worship with them. They're all obnoxious and quite dumb. See Mark Ruffalo. He is a moron. But this movie just wants to entertain people. Just wants to entertain. And I very much appreciate that. And I think the public appreciates that. Because looking at this movie, when it was announced, the first thing that came across my mind when I saw that this movie was coming was, oh, Lord, they're going to tell a bunch of climate change stuff. This is going to be a preachy as hell movie. Pass. And it turns out, that he came out. And I really think that he might not say that when he talks about, because he was very, very vocal about this being just a fun movie. And I think, because before he wasn't saying anything about this, but I think he realized, hey, what's going on today? I want people to know they can come see my movie and they're not going to get preached at. And the people that get mad about this are always on one side, on the left. They're mad, of course, that this movie is not going to be message oriented. It's not going to talk about climate change. And they've been a little upset about it. Now, this is from Paste, which I believe is like I could go in here and write an article, I think. Or maybe that's Medium. I consider all of these websites jokes anyway. But people don't like that it's not having a message. And the people that are mad about it probably would have never went and seen it anyway. This movie has a $200 million budget. Not high, but also not low. If it's good enough to have good word of mouth, it should make its money back if it's got legs. I think it might have legs. I think it'll hang around in the box office for a while because people are looking for things like this. If you remember, this is one of my favorite examples to use, Godzilla versus Kong. The first one, not the second one. I did not like the second one. The first one, though, I liked quite a bit. It's just a dumb, fun movie. Big, giant monsters smashing into each other. That movie was available on streaming, and it was available in theaters day one. And this is when theaters had just reopened. And it actually did really good in theaters, despite being on streaming as well. And I think that's because people wanted to get out of their house, and people do want to get out of their house. They want to get out of their house. They want to do things. They want to go somewhere and do something. And when you have a movie like this and it's actually worth seeing, people will come out and go see it. It's just a movie like this is going to live or die on word of mouth. So if word of mouth for this movie is good, and it looks like it might be with this audience score, I think it could hang around in the theaters longer than they probably thought it would. And eventually it'll probably make more money, for a profit. At $200 million, it probably needs to make about $400 million. And that's possible. This is just domestic. $72 million opening. It could make more than this because this is just based on estimating with what came out Thursday and Friday because it had a good Friday. I think it made like $32 million on Friday. Yeah, $31 million on the first day. So we don't even have international numbers yet. It could be a massive hit. That's really damn good in today's world. So, interesting stuff. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.